Boo. Hello everyone, I actually turned my mic on. So, yeah, this is not exactly ideal, but at least we have a strong flag. Well, fortunately, if, you know, we can apply fortunately to this situation, inside these backpacks, if I can get access to them, is enough material to, if not rebuild this ship, at least construct another out of its wreck. I've got pilot chairs, levers, buttons, pretty much everything that I need. I'm just going to relog. Ah, look, the pickaxe is in there. It was just an inventory bug. I've just been nailing things to this post so I don't lose them. Let's do a little prospecting. Where'd that rock go? There it is. Can't mine rock. Alright, good to know. Check that one off the list. Yeah, that's the plan. Oh, it was a fuel tank. That's what it was. Alright, what have we got left of this ship? Not much. Calculating propellant. Don't think we'll need that. Yes, I think the receiver is gone, but I was scanning as I was coming in, and it turns out we're much closer to the surface than I thought we were. Alright, another rock. Can we mine this? Nope. Bit barren here. I wanted a souvenir to bring home. Apparently the surface is magnetic though, so that's nice. Actually, hold on. There's a lot of debris over here. Maybe the receiver simply got flung off. Aha! Is that a receiver? It is. Oh, we've lost the turntable part of this turntable. Somewhere. Oh well, we only need the receiver. Oh, let me just check my pings. I've got quite a few of them, it would seem. Alright, well, just announcements of me reaching the moon. I don't think anyone's ever going to reach it as hard as I just did. To be fair, I'm not sure how interesting the next, I don't know, few hours is going to be as I assemble a craft, so stick around if you want to watch me building things out of scrap and MacGyvering my way into being able to explore, but yeah, I'm just going to be slowly assembling stuff out of what's debris here. Unless we want to leave the wreck as it is. I mean, it is monumental, I suppose. We need to salvage a bunch of stuff from the back of this ship, because the important thing that we're going to need is the FCU and the MFC, which is behind these plates, fortunately at the undamaged end of the ship. I don't know, would it be fast for you to just bring this ship back online? That might actually be faster than me building one from scratch. You know what, let's do that. Let's just re-rig the moonshot. We'll jury-rig it back. I brought everything I needed in case I had a head-on collision with something, because I anticipated that maybe an asteroid might slip through my sensor net, one of those long, thin sausage ones, or something, and I'd have to at least get home. But I didn't quite anticipate the moon not registering with the rangefinders. That was a doozy. In fact, let's just check that these rangefinders aren't actually detecting something. It wasn't actually just a bug in my code. Nope, they're still showing max distance. So yeah, rangefinders definitely just clip through the moon. So take note of that, any devs watching. May wish to fix it. Alright, what are we going to need to fix this ship? Maneuver thrusters, fuel tanks. We can reattach those to the rear mounts, which I jettisoned earlier in the trip. It was interesting because the bug with the box thrusters not using propellant properly was fixed halfway through my journey, but I just assumed that they'd use the same amount as a triangle thruster, which turned out to be correct because I was ditching propellant at the rate of about 1 can per 3.2 hours. I usually throw off 4 at a time to keep things balanced, every 12 hours or so. So yeah, it turns out that was correct, and I had enough fuel to get here, and with at least 4 cans left over. And I think I have a few spare cans in my backpacks as well, so didn't really want to use those because that seemed a bit cheesy, being able to bring fuel in a backpack. Radiators will be important. Actually, they'll be the most important because I didn't bring any coolant cells. How does it feel to be the first one on the moon? Ah, well, exciting, I guess. I wish I'd been here to see the landing. I'm like, I've still got another, like, 30 minutes before I land. I'll just quickly eat dinner in, 5 minutes flat and be back to watch it. But no. I came back floating in space. Yeah, I'm sure it's clipped and it's all recorded, so I can go back and watch it. I assume chat was freaking out. But yeah, I didn't see any structures render in on the way in, so we don't really know if there's like anything to find here, but yeah. Well, I'm actually curious to what the ship actually crashed into, because by the looks of things, everything just clips through the moon's surface except for me. Because, all these parts are just able to clip right through. In fact, half my parts are probably below the surface and I can't reach them. But it crashed into something, certainly. I need to rewatch that clip. So it's coming in. Yeah, it did bounce, so... Actually, you know what bounced, right? That was me. That was me hitting the moon's surface and transferring my force through the rest of my ship. I bet that's what it was. That's for the devs to figure out. My job is to repair this wreck and start exploring a bit. Also, this cargo lock frame, useless. Bugged out the entire ship, caused the FCU to not even fire its thrusters correctly every so often, so I just stopped using it and brought all my gear in backpacks instead. No, stuff does bounce off the surface. Interesting. Some stuff does, some stuff doesn't. Well, on the plus side, the structural integrity seems to be fine, except for, this front part, but we can cut that off. Something's still attached. Do I have your little chips still attached? No. All their frames got busted. That's no good. Actually, I think I might, switch Discords to someone of the collective ones so they can read out the chat for me, so I'm not having to keep looking over and trying to find what people are asking. So Laurie said that it's probably safe for me to rebuild this ship than try and fashion another one, otherwise it might end up as a ghost ship and disappear after I log out, so this is probably the correct course of action. So I packed an extra chair, just in case something untoward happened to my first one, which it did. Alright, spare fuel, always useful. Railgun, no Martians to speak of yet. Alright, let's start with... Where's a functioning wire? What a tease. There we go. Man, actually wiring up levers is annoying. Hold on, let me change my settings so I can do it properly. Let's just turn all these off for now. Alright, now we can control our generators. I went to dinner as I approached the moon. It was ready and I'm like, I'll just eat this in 5 minutes. I'm still a little bit out. Apparently I was not. Very difficult to judge distances when you don't know how big the thing is, or how fast you're going, or if your rangefinders actually work or not. Alright, that should have done it. Blue means not using fuel. Good. Kind of ironic that I was calling this moon Elysium, because I had to pretty much have a car crash to get here. Stranded. I mean, this is always going to be a one-way trip. Alright, I think I'm just going to operate under the assumption that whatever isn't got a good warp class is just going to break off as soon as I start moving, so I'm just going to build back where things are green, and hopefully this front section will just break off where I need it to. Oh, spare batteries. Those will be helpful. Maybe. More pings from Discord. The first Endo kid has crashed on the moon. Well, I hope I'm an inspiration to all you fellow Endo kids out there. So, if you just another bug which I have reported in the past, but if you wear a backpack with a large fuel canister in it, you turn into a large fuel canister and have a hitbox of a large fuel canister, propellant tank, and you float upwards into the air forever. So let's jettison that so we can return to the surface. Now which way is up? I think there were many clips made of the crash. I think that's going to be a very iconic moment. We're going to need a throttle, we're going to need pitch and yaw. I don't know if we need roll. I don't think I can even make roll work. For all those who are worried about asymmetry, I can assure you there is no way I'm making this ship symmetrical again. Did you bring a flag to the planet? I am the flag. This ship is the flag. As you can see, it is plowed into the ground with the Mighty Collective logo on the sides. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. I could leave the logo here. I've got two of them anyway. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I can anchor this to the ground, so hopefully no one comes and steals it. Then again, they'd have to get here to do it, so I'll need to fix that, but we'll get to it. Nothing. Must be cuts in my cable. Oh, the sun's coming up. Where is Eos from here? Oh, there it is. How pretty. Let me get a good shot of this, shall I? Sunrise on Elysium. There we go. Yep, that's a wallpaper. Should get a picture of Eos in the background. Still don't know what's wrong with this chair. The name of it shouldn't matter, the chair should see anything in the network. Yeah, let's see if putting the chair near the controls is going to help us at all. Yeah, that did it. You just had to be closer. So I guess you can treat this as a how to repair a broken ship tutorial as well. Alright, so we've got pitch, roll, yaw. No, we don't have roll, but we do have generator. We need thrust. In fact, I think we'll make this thrust instead of generator unit rate limit, and we'll just have a button that turns the generators on and off as we need them. Fortunately, my FCU and MFC were in the very back of the ship, so suffered no damage. And we don't need all those generators. I just had them so that fuel changes would be further apart, so I could go to sleep at night and let it fly by itself. But we don't really need this here. We could simulate roll by using buttons to yaw left and right, roll left and right. Let's reattach the radiators. Those will be necessary as long as they connect to the pipe network. Oh yes, I do have another ping. Something special for me. Thank you for that. It will be an immortalized speech. So, the moonshot originally had, if I recall correctly, 12 radiators, and they were underutilized by a fair margin, so even with only 3 remaining, we should still be able to run most of the reactors, I think. Look, The autopilot triggered so many, like the auto stop triggered so many times throughout the entire voyage because I accidentally like set it off because of just glitching around while moving at high speed and, you know, opening the door and such. Like, it had been extensively tested. We knew it worked on things that could be detected by rangefinders. It just so happened that the moon could not, which I don't think anyone could fault me for not knowing. I went to dinner confident that if I should reach the moon, and the moon was indeed detectable, I would stop. Alas, it was not so. I don't think we're going to find any other radiators. They probably are all under the surface, buried deep. There's a tank up there. I think that's the one I had to ditch because it was giving me too much buoyancy. At least we know it's full though. But yeah, I don't think I've lost anything else. There's some moons in the sky. Someone else will have to name them when they reach them eventually. They can't all just be the moon. Hence why I was referring to this place as Elysium, which seems to have caught on. Alright, so we'll just deal with 3 radiators. Let's reattach some fuel tanks, I guess. 2 bolts are enough for sufficient connection on each of the 4 corners. That's what I had them for the way out here. Did anyone get the time total that it took me to get here? So, 35 hours I've been streaming for, but I started a bit before that. It's like 9 hours before. So yeah, we'll call it 43 with maybe 2 hours of breaks, so 41 hours to the moon. I don't know what the distance to the moon is, but I must be going pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, getting here was the mission. I made it. It's successful. What I did here was entirely based on what I found. What I found was the lack of rangefinder attentiveness. Yeah, Neil Armstrong didn't have a sudden collapse in the laws of physics just as he arrived. Alright, we have fuel, radiator coolant, generators, fuel rods, a chair, yaw and pitch control. Let's add some buttons for roll, shall we? Yeah, the clip is being posted quite frequently. The FCU interprets roll as like roll plus, roll minus. Actually, we only need to roll in one direction, right? 3 lefts make a right? Yeah. Oh look, this was my ETA timer remaining. Boy, that was wrong. It didn't take 30 hours, it took me 43. Do we have space dates yet? Let's just use regular dates. There we go. If anyone cares to find it, it's here. I can't decide whether or not I'm more happy that I crashed into the moon than if I didn't. Because it certainly created a lot more interest than had I just been cruising around. Yeah, definitely a better story. And my iconic speech was very Bob-worthy. It sounds like something Bob would have said, right? Mess up his one line that he was meant to get right. Alright, we're good. Well, don't think I really need anything else. Oh wait, no, I gotta move the maneuver thrusters, don't I? Could move them to the center and then set us... Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. There we go. That'll do. We can move the thruster itself. The hard point is stuck on by pipe. Of course it is. Still won't come off. Wish I could just like punch something make it fling loose. I guess I'll just have to leave it where it is. I got a GTX 2070 Super in it. Otherwise it's just, you know, 32 gigs of RAM, Intel, that sort of thing. Let's give it a shot. Keybinds, forward, shift, control. Strange. They're not currently running. They seem connected. Oh, there's a problem. Nope, none of them are using or producing power. There we go. Look, these are still here. Ah, you know what the problem is? I bet these fuel tanks aren't open. Oh, we have movement. Slowly does it. Apparently my chair is on sideways, but never mind. Alright. We've turned around a bit. But I think we're on battery power, unfortunately. These generators are not working at all. Maybe the radiators aren't connected. Actually, yeah, that might be it. Gotta connect the radiators. Hey, there we go. Oh boy. Yeah, quickly running out of coolant there. Where's my button? Alright. So 3 radiators, not enough for this many generators, unfortunately. So we'll just have to lower the rate until we can get a stable point. Go a little bit higher. No, too much. 17. 88. Okay, we're getting close. Seems very touchy. Then again, there are 12 generators hooked up to this, so 94. Alright, that'll do. So, we can run our generators, all 12 of them, at 18%. And I don't know exactly how much power that'll produce. Should be enough to do what we want. I'm just going to move this flag out of the way so it doesn't get hurt quite so bad. Oh dear. You'll do. Alright, let's not stab it into the ground quite as violently this time. There we go. And we'll need a new chip. Because all of my displays perished, so we'll have to use this battery's light as an indicator. Now I still don't know why my pitch and yaw are off, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, no, apparently pitch up. I think we're smacking the tail on the ground. Yeah, we are. Okay. That doesn't sound good. What did I break? Nothing important. Get our orientation fixed, shall we? Do we have a pitch down? Let's pitch up. Let's pitch left. Apparently we have no way to pitch the nose down. Does that mean the bottom thrusters aren't connected? Ah, I see broken pipes. And yeah, we removed the other one. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, we're very slowly pitching, I think. I'm kind of happy to be the first person on the moon, but I don't know if there is actually anything to find here. Yeah, look, I'm afraid these thrusters just aren't playing ball. You know what? We do have some spare device bases here. I forgot about these. Stuck. I could try shake it loose, actually. As fun as it's been coming to the moon and sharing that experience with you guys, I would prefer to be designing ships and building fighters and racing around mining asteroids. It seems the moon is a bit barren. There's a survey form you can fill out, and then you might be selected, Korgle, if you want to get into the alpha. Alright, I've disconnected all those. Let's see if we can shake it loose. Oh, we have a taker. A couple of them, actually. Good. And we'll go cannibalize another maneuver thruster for this. Which one don't we need? We'll take one of these. Nope, that one doesn't want to budge. Let's try this one. No, it's got... all of them have these pipe connections that are going to be in the way. Well, we know what to do with these, don't we? Shake them loose manually. Oh, we got it. Excellent. Alright, well we have your pitch up. Just need pitch down on the nose, and I think we can make it work for us. We need one more device base, don't we? Still stuck. I'll give it a little bit more acceleration. Nope. New plan. Forceful separation of these two parts with kinetic energy. Use the ship as a hammer. Well, that didn't work. Maybe if I remove this light. Oh, got it. Hey! There we go. Shang this on top. And we have at least a somewhat flyable ship again. Don't know if I'll be able to roll, but beggars can't be choosers, hey? Yeah, I don't think the city's on the moon. I think that was just part of the trailer in the dev build. Now, where is my crash site? Sorry, landing site. There's a strange fog. But I assume it's back down there. I need a bit of light, actually. When's it gonna be morning? Let's get a picture of the newly refurbished Moonshot Mark II. Ah, that's something we need to do. We need to check to see if there's any life here. See what our signal... Nothing on channel 1, that's the normal channel for stations. Let's try in the other direction, shall we? Seem to have forgotten to connect. Ah, regular on pipe. Still no messages. Ah, I see the problem. Yes, I do. Okay, we need a device base for this. Of course it doesn't have power. I didn't actually connect it to anything. Just nailed it to the floor like a Neanderthal. I suppose Neanderthals didn't have nails, did they? Yeah, this was a very Kerbal landing. Very Bob landing. I'm okay. It's stuck. Let's try a bit of kinetic energy. Aha! Success! Look, percussive maintenance is a tried and tested engineer's tool. Look, we tried all the normal tools. Get a bit creative afterwards. A bit of brute force. If it's not working, you're not using enough of it. Trust me, I'm an engineer. In fact, I think that's what I plan to do tomorrow. I've got some screws which have been threaded because apparently someone uses non-standard hex bolt sizes, so I think I'll have to take a drill to them. Let's get it some power and we can actually search for messages. I was searching on the way in. This is more of a confirmation. So you notice when I built this ship I ran main power and fuel cables sort of like up the corners so that I could attach things very easily, which helps for checking if things are actually connected or not. Oh, we're directly above my landing site. Good to know. Now I'm just checking channels 1 and 0 because that's the ones that we get messages on back home, but I don't think there's any city to find, I'm afraid. Didn't see it coming in, and I don't know if I can make it to the other side of the moon on this thing, but yeah. And anyway, I've got other things I do need to do tonight, so maybe I'll leave the actual exploration till tomorrow. I can just go park back down by the debris field in the meantime. It's a bit touchy, but she flies. Look, she's a fixer-upper, alright? We did our best. Oh. Apparently we left some engines behind. We don't need these engines, because we don't have enough radiators to run the generators high enough, and 26 box thrusters was excessive. What that was me not doing the classic thing the Moonshot needs, which is give it the old once-over with the integrity tool, because the connection point for these nacelles have always been very high stress points, as you can see. Of course, we're now down one of them. I betcha, yep, it's that connector beam ripped free. Let's get another nice shot, shall we? The debris field, the planet, the flag, and the moon. That's all we need. Let's take a selfie, shall we? Wait for the sunrise. Come on. And here comes the sun. Perfect. All right. That's another excellent screenshot. Well, I've got some things I need to do, so I think I might leave it here for tonight, and we can do some more exploring tomorrow. I don't think there'll be much to find, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it here, and I don't know, I think Zaf wanted a time lapse, so We'll time-lapse it. But this is me logging off for the night, so... salutes in chat, boys.